What up, YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome back to another live stream, another impromptu live stream. I hope you guys are doing well. Thank y'all so much for being here once again. Listen, before we get into this live stream, make sure you put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me perfectly fine. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me perfectly fine. Put a 1 in the chat if the audio is good. I want to make sure that the audio is good before I proceed because y'all know I get to talking and y'all can't hear me. 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me perfectly fine. Also, as you come into the building, make sure you hit the like button. Hit the like button. It is super, super important to hit the like button. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, you guys. Please hit the like button as you come into the building. I have a video that I want to share with y'all that I think is so important to hear and witness because it's just really sad. It was brought to my attention. Shout out to Pharaoh in the building. Pharaoh sent me part of this video. It's 2-part. Shout out to you, Pharaoh. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you, bro. This is just mind-boggling to me, y'all. I'm on my phone. I'm looking at something real quick. Mind-boggling to me. Y'all, this is just, let me tell you something. This gender war thing that's happening, it is not over. It's not over. And it's just disheartening to hear the things that I'm hearing. And it's just unfortunate, y'all. you know, it really is. It's unfortunate that this is what's happening, you know, and just when you know, you try to be optimistic and have some hope about your community and the people in it, that, you know, you know, things would get better, but it doesn't seem like that is happening, y'all. Which, you know, I'm trying to pin. Make sure you guys go over and subscribe to my second channel. I'm trying to pin it at the top of the chat, but I put it in the chat. Make sure you are subscribed to the second channel if you have not. If you have not subscribed to that channel already, go over and subscribe to that channel. I put it in the chat. I'm trying to pin it, but it's not letting me pin it. I don't know why. But make sure you are subscribed to the other channel as well, y'all, if you haven't already. Yeah, this is crazy, y'all. It's in the chat. Make sure you, and in the description of this video. Also, make sure you go over and subscribe to that channel if you haven't already. Hit the like button as you come in. Hit the like button as you come into the building. Baby, this, I had to go live. I wasn't even planning on doing a live, but I had to jump on here real quick. I'm not gonna keep y'all too long. This is the only thing I want to address in this live. So hit the like button as you guys come into the building. Make sure you're supporting the channel. All that good stuff, y'all know, per usual. Make sure you are subscribing, you're sharing, watching the videos. You can share my videos, no problem with that. If you want to react to my videos, you can react to my videos. All that good stuff. Share them, you know, also support via Super Chat or Cash App, you guys. That definitely helps to fund the channel and things that are needed to keep the live streams and the channels going, right? So make sure you guys are supporting in that way. Baby, listen, when I tell you this is sad on so many levels, I don't know how else to describe it. It's just sad and unfortunate on so many levels. I mean, I was speechless when I saw this video. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to Pharaoh in the building. I see we have Ryan from the 8 in the building. What's going on? Lorenzo Redmond in the building. What's going on, Lorenzo? Baby Funk 1975. What's up? How are you? Avenge the Ancestors in the building. How are you? Soto something. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for being here. Soda 8120. I hope I'm saying that right. Hannibal Africanus, Ezel Kenny. I hope I'm saying that. Classy, Classy. That's my dude in the building. You know, y'all know what I mean. Classy is a regular on the show. Shout out to Classy. Classy young man, 35 in the building. What's going on, you guys? Hopefully you guys are doing good. Fool as boy. Okay. Shout out to you in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building. Thank y'all so much for being here. But baby, when I tell you this video just threw me off, I'm telling you, I'm not even joking. This video threw me off. I was just lost for words. I'm gonna play it, and maybe I'm overreacting. Let me know if I'm overreacting, but I just found it rather sad. And it really speaks even more volumes to why men are moving the way they're moving, and you cannot blame them with this type of rhetoric, baby. It just, oh my God, it's just sad. But I'm gonna stop talking. Listen, as you come into the building, make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Make sure you're hitting the like button as you come into the building, right? We got 82 people watching. We need to have 82 likes, y'all. We only got 37. Come on now. When y'all come into the building, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Come on now. 82 people that quickly, and we got 37 likes. Hit the like button, y'all. Please, please, please hit the like button. That helps with the algorithm and all that good stuff, right? Let me know if I'm overreacting, because we're going to get into it, because I'm talking too much. Let's get into the video and listen clearly so you guys can hear what is being said here. Hear what they're conspiring and how they're conspiring against Black men. This is insane. Listen to this. Here we go.
Because, like, the goal of this conversation should be to, like, progress, right? Unless you're ladies that you don't want to fucking deal with men at all, then we should talk about it.
We don't want to deal with Black men at all.
I love all men and not Black men. Just not Black men.
Well, is there any women here who don't want to deal with men, period, or is it just black men, or is it a mixture?
It's just black men, and we actually want non-black men's help in this corrections that you speak of.
So what are the corrections that you're looking for specifically?
Force, because that's the only thing that's gonna work.
But I mean, what are you looking for black men to arrive at? A place of understanding of like what do you want to see?
Well, we believe that there is no hope for them. That we don't believe in changing their minds. We don't. But I'm trying not to say what I really want to say because you're on stage. But if they could not exist, hey, we wouldn't be mad at. I think.
Let me pause it there. You know, she said, now these are black women, y'all. Shout out to Shaz Sade. She posted this on her channel. This comes from, go subscribe to her if you haven't already. Support her channel if you haven't. Shaz Sade. She posted this is so these black women are talking to a white man and asking a white man, basically asking a white man what he can do to correct black men. And if they could be eliminated, that would be okay with them. What correction are you trying to get? How are you trying to correct black men when you yourselves don't even want any correction? Baby, if it's not the how you said the kettle the kettle calling the something, how do you call it, the cat calling the cat black or the kettle calling something black, if it's not the hypocrisy for me, they're talking now. These be the first women, y'all. Oh my God, this video is mind-blowing to me, y'all. It is so sad. I felt so sad. For real, like inside, like I that's why I jumped on here, because I was recording videos. I actually recorded this video for just a video, and I'm like, wait a minute, I gotta bring it to the people. I gotta come on here live real quick. So y'all could look, if you haven't, Lord have mercy. This is worse than I could ever imagine. These are the women who would say, oh, well, you know, white people and the other people shouldn't be interfering in black people's business. And what, if you're not a black woman, you shouldn't be talking about black women. You should not be discussing black women's business. White people shouldn't be speaking on black people's issues. And y'all are sitting in here talking to a white man and asking him to help y'all demolish the black man. The lady said, who need white supremacy if you have black women? I'm not shocked, but I am, because I thought maybe we could get somewhere. And this is not all women that's doing this. I am very clear of that, y'all. But baby, I have black sons. You think that this would make black men trust black women? Even you think if they already don't trust them, you think that this is going to make them trust them at any point? This is why when you hear women talking about, I love you, black man, I love you, black man. And with Shaz posted that as well. On one hand, you got women saying this, and you got other women turning around saying, oh, we love y'all. This would be confusing to any man. Any man. Baby, I'm gonna play the rest. I want to play the rest. This is I hope I'm not overreacting. I hope I'm not. Baby Funk 1975. Thank you for the super chat. It's been going on since MJ had a fro. Not surprised. That's sad. Thank you, Baby Funk 1975, for supporting. I appreciate you. This is insanity, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, my heart was broken. I felt sad. Like, you know how I had it's disheartening, y'all. I'm so sorry. Like, this is some shit here. I'm gonna play the rest and then move on, because I don't want to overreact. Classy young man 35, thank you so much for the super chat and for being here. Says, if we didn't exist, who do black women have in life? While every other women have their men to protect them, it would be open season on black women from vile men. This is what they don't understand, Classy. They don't understand that. Thank you for the super chat and for supporting the channel. I appreciate you. Oh my God. And I'm going to get into what I think of how this is going to negatively impact black women even more. And I don't think they get it. But just the mentality, wow, they've been poisoned and brainwashed. It's so sad. Thank you once again, Classy. I appreciate you. Are y'all just as outraged as I am? Let's continue first. Let's continue.
For me, I think I want the coddling culture to kind of stop. I think they get validated a little bit too much and they're not held accountable as much as white man, Hispanic man, Asian man. Like, the legal system works in their benefit a little bit more than they think it does. They're seen as the ultimate, like, most oppressed, and I think that coddling culture needs to stop and they need to be held accountable for their actions.
Because we live in white male patriarchy, white men set what's socially acceptable. So with you all setting what's socially acceptable, the degenerate behavior of black male culture needs to be checked, and there needs to be more, because we're no longer looking for accountability from them because they've proven that they will not take accountability. We need the men who set the culture to make them take accountability by exacting some sort of consequence for perpetrating behaviors that are not socially acceptable, because you all create the socially acceptable behavior.
And the only
Now, they said, first off, the lady said there needs to be some type of force. What the hell are they actually saying? What do you mean force? By who? You're talking to a white man about forcing black men to take accountability for what? And how? And then it's different women talking. So the other lady is saying, oh, they need to be held accountable. There needs to be some type of consequence. And they've been coddled, and coddled more than we think. Coddled in what way? In what way have black men not been held accountable? In what way have they not been held accountable for their actions? Please tell me. Because I'm confused. If a black man commits a crime, you think he's not going to jail for that? He's definitely going to jail. He might get more time than than a white man. If he commits a crime, there are men who have been incarcerated off of a lie, falsely incarcerated and in jail doing time for crimes he did not commit. If a black man commits a crime, he's definitely going to jail. How have they been coddled? What is this is insane. And white and black men have been coddled more than any other race of man. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna lie to y'all. This video took me back. I ain't gonna lie. That's why I hopped on here. I was not coming live, y'all. I promise. I was doing videos and chilling. But I had to, when I saw Pharaoh sent me this part of this video, and then I saw the other part. What in the world? And they're serious. Oh, you telling a white man to correct black men for what? For what? What is the correction you dating? If you could eliminate them, oh, we don't need them. And you think white men gonna take you on as theirs and protect you and do all this stuff for you? And you think black men are not held accountable? Baby, if this isn't projection, I don't know what projection is. They the ones who have not been held accountable. And you mad because now black men are walking away from y'all raggedy asses. That's what's happening. Black men are moving away and y'all don't like it. So you calling on a white man, the very people you say shouldn't be in our business and you shouldn't be talking to. You don't, but this is who y'all running to say, oh, get these ninjas in line because they're smelling themselves. They don't need us and they acting different. So I need y'all to, this is some crazy shit. I'm telling y'all, I am mind boggled. I am mind boggled. This is sad. And you want us to trust our black men, black sons with y'all? And you think black men gonna come around, this gonna make black men come around and be like, oh yeah, we could trust our black women. What? Baby, this is sad. This is sad. And I know y'all probably not surprised. I'm a little shocked. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a little bit. This is crazy. Or if you can, and y'all, the history of this country, and you got black women saying, oh, talking to a white man saying, well, if even the white man is saying, okay, how can we progress? He's talking about progress. I know these people sitting saying, oh my God, they're cooked. These women hate their men. But they didn't like to say black men hate y'all. So no, it's y'all. Y'all always, I told you it's a projection. You're projecting your hatred onto men. You mad because men are saying they don't need you. They're not running behind you. And now you want to eliminate them? This is bad. This sad on so many. Mr. Marcus, thank you for the super chat, says one truth. See how black women talk to their sons, their own sons. Y'all hate us. Well, the hate is real. Thank you, Mr. Marcus. I appreciate the super chat. This is insane to me, y'all. For real. This is insane. I mean, listen, I know it was bad, but I didn't know it was this bad. Andre Woods, thank you for the super chat, says broke black women and broke women talking like they got power. Exactly. The primary target are the one who promoting DEI. Profile pic says they ugly. Thank you, Andre. I appreciate you for your support. John Patton, thank you for the super chat, says, let me get this straight. How you going to tell a black man what to do when you don't listen to black men? Exactly. It's crazy. Thank you, John. I appreciate you for the support. Avenge the Ancestors, thank you for the super chat, says, I'm not surprised at all, Queen DeeDee. I grew up around blacks my whole life. Me too, but I'm like, damn. And then, when I thank you, Avenge the Ancestors, and when I say, it's not all black women, but damn, it's like, where is this? Like, I don't understand. The night shift says, hey, DeeDee. Hey, what's going on the night shift? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for the support. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Please hit the like button, y'all. Please hit the like button. We got 122 watching, 95 likes. Make sure you hit the like button, y'all. Thank y'all for the super chats. Make sure you continue to support via super chat, you guys, to help and support the channel. Let's continue this video, y'all.
The reason I support aborting a black child when it comes to it being male is because when I look at the black community and the problems in it, it's associated with males and male pathology. When you talk about violence, it's associated with the males. When you talk about the women being forced upon, it's the males. When you talk about drugs, it's the males. When you talk about the fatherless children, it's the males. Every single problem that is happening in the black community, you point to the males and then you have the culprit. So for me, I think that not selectively breeding is very irresponsible when you are the only one who has control over who gets to earth.
Who even needs white supremacy anymore?
Exactly. It's mind-boggling on so many levels, y'all. It's just sad. The black community is really cooked. I've heard these hoes, these women who talk about aborting black male babies, and so how do y'all think that's going to benefit y'all? I don't understand. It's like you're fighting a fight that you've already lost because of your feelings and because you don't want to get in line, because you don't want to do what's necessary to build healthy, stable relationships with black men. So if you can't have it your way, this is what I'm hearing. If you as black women can't have it your way, you don't want nothing at all. You'd rather be by yourself, and being by yourself is not enough because you're not winning there either. So now you want to take the black man down with you. So if you can't have what you want, he can't be happy either, is what you're saying. He can't go off and be by himself and be successful and happy without you. That's what it sounds like. Try to take them down with you because you ain't winning. It's some shit. It really is. It really is. And I mean, there's no redemption for that. How do you trust women who secretly, conspire against you? Because that's what that is. You talking about if you don't need them, and you're going to white men to say, hey, what y'all gonna do about these niggas? That's what you saying. Because we don't need them anymore. You think that's gonna go down like that? No. And that's the part they don't like. Pharaoh, thank you for the super chat. Says, brothers, Macto, and let these greasy stank ass fall. Thank you, Pharaoh. I appreciate you for the super chat and for being here. This is, listen, I know, we've heard it all before. I hear y'all. But just to hear it again is sad. Thank you, Pharaoh. It's sad. It really is. It really is. And, let's continue, though.
Who needs mass incarceration when you have black women to do the devil's work from the inside? Mm-hmm. Y'all want to scream about abortion, but nobody wants to talk about the real issues. No marriages, no fathers in the home, no respect for God's commandments. If we actually followed no sex before marriage, we wouldn't even be having this abortion conversation.
Right.
You want to talk about violence? Let's talk about it. Because the number one killer in our communities, it ain't guns, it ain't drugs, it ain't even police brutality. The number one killer is abortions. And nobody has killed more black babies than the black woman. A black child is more likely to be aborted than to be shot by the police, killed by another black man, or even sent to prison. You want to talk about violence? You want to talk about drugs? You want to blame everything on the black man? Cool. But let's be real. 80% of the children is coming up in a single parent household. So you tell me, who's bringing them up? Who's setting these values? Who's teaching them? Because a child learns from the mother before it ever learns from a teacher. So you tell me, who's instilling these broken values into these children? The biggest threat to the black community, it ain't always the police. It ain't always the government. It ain't always white supremacy. It's the black women raising up the next generation with no accountability.
Facts on top of facts. Oh my God. They're the ones who don't want any accountability. And once again, you're projecting it onto black men per usual. They're the real threats. When we have, if you say, oh, the black men are in the families, right? Oh, they left. Okay, if that's the case, they all just left for no apparent reason. And you're left to hold the bag to raise these kids. Why aren't y'all doing any better? Why aren't you doing? You should be leaps and bounds above what a man could do if you're so much better. No, but what we see is more degeneracy. What we see, black 5-year-olds dancing and singing the Sexy Red. We got little 5-year-olds emulating Sexy Red, and the mother's right there cheering them on. Oh, that's okay. That's my baby. I saw a video of the little girl with a little juice cup in her hand, throwing it up and acting, shaking like she in a goddamn music video to Sexy Red. And these women are sitting here watching this behavior, and it's okay. But the men are all the problem. Y'all have no part to, like, come on. I talk about this all the time, but to take it to this level, because once again, it's a bunch of selfish, entitled women who want their way. And because men are saying, we done with y'all foolishness. Now you going over to trying to find a way to wipe these men out because they don't want y'all, don't want to fool with y'all, and you don't want to change. Child, this is crazy. Roddy Rod Show, thank you for the super chat. Says, if black men date women of another race, they say we hate black women, but they're openly talking about aborting black male babies. This is insane. If men did the same things that these women are doing, oh my God, y'all be all over the news. It will make worldwide news. Thank you, Roddy Rod Show. I appreciate your super chatting for you. And thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Irving Hunt, thank you for the super chat. Says she needs to be cloned. No lies detected. Exactly. Thank you for the super chat. Man, this is crazy. I mean, it's insanity. Anything to avoid being accountable for your own actions. And my biggest point to all of this is that they really think that this is somehow going to benefit them. They really think by doing this that this puts them in a elevated place when it actually does not. It only, you realize, you could be speaking to the enemy or and maybe not even that, but the people who have designed this the way that it is, to separate the black woman from the black man for a reason. How they say, united we stand, divided we fall. And it's falling apart because you are separated from and you hate the black man so much so you hate to see him doing well. What I'm trying to figure out, what are you expecting? What you're talking to what you want the white men, because that's what she's saying. That's what they're saying in that clip. We need y'all basically to regulate. What do you expect them to do? To do what to black men? What is going on with y'all? Y'all do realize that y'all have a bad reputation. That it's not the reputation of black people, it's tarnished because of a small group, a small percentage of that are in the forefront, because that's a concerted effort to make all black people look bad, to make the black community look like the worst group of people. So you push this small percentage of these degenerates out front and say, oh, this is how they act. But that is not the majority in our community. So what do you want them to, and you got to understand too, that is not comprised just of black men. It's mainly comprised of black women. So, God don't like ugly. That's all I say. And the truth shall set you free, and God don't like ugly, and karma is real. And these women who are doing this, you got to understand, baby, this is not going to reflect well on you. This is not going to give you any kudo points. This is not going to make white men run to your rescue and come take you up and swoop you up and take care of you and your kids who are being raised by you with this same type of mentality. That nobody of any race are going to want to deal with your kids, because look how you're raising them. People who have morals and values, they're raising their families in a certain way. There's certain expectations that they have. And when you're raising your kids to do whatever and no sound values and rules in place and direction, because you don't want to deal with the black man, who do you think is going to want to deal with you? Nobody. And so I don't know how they expect or believe that this is going to make them any better. It's not. It is really not. It's going to put them in a bad place. You're gonna, and I just, I don't think they get that. Andre, thank you for the super chat. Once again, says, expect the males raised by black men, except the males raised by black men, married black women, and even non-black women aren't turning out like that. Also, can't any woman can birth black kids, and any woman can birth black kids. I get what you're saying, right? We know that black single fathers raise better outcomes than single mothers. So once again, Andre, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. I think it's a projection. Once again, it's a projection of their inability to be accountable and be responsible for their own actions, because they're not getting the outcomes that they thought they would. And they always want to blame it on black men, now to the point to where you think that you can go over and get the white man to try to get these men together. What are they gonna do? They can't do nothing, because the men, that the majority of the black men are out here actually have this stuff together. That's the part they don't realize, because they've been stuck in this little small pool of Pookie and Ray Rays their whole life, and that's who they've given it all to, because that's where they fit. And now you want to try to put it all on black men when there are a bunch of productive black men out here. The majority of black men are productive, but they don't see that because they're dealing with that small percentage of Pookie and Ray Rays that's who they give their all to. And then get men and not how you, baby, I'm done. I just can't. Thank you, Andre. I appreciate you. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Classy, thank you for the super chat. Once again, says LOL. When traitors side against their own with an enemy, the enemy they side with usually gets rid of them. Exactly. The code is, if you betray your own, you'll betray us. Baby. Oh my God. Classy. Exactly. And they're so too stupid to see it. You're too dumb to see what you're doing, how it's going to backfire on you. People already say that. Hey, black people, y'all, they can't even come together. They shoot their own people. They're against each other. So how are we gonna trust them? There's no loyalty amongst them in their own people. So how can we trust them? Exactly, Classy. Couldn't have said it better. They don't. It's like they don't. You don't see it. Once again, the most educated. And you don't see what you're doing and how that's going to look bad on you and how it's going to all come full circle and come around where black men are going to be able to have a say in this. Watch what I tell you. What you mark my words, black men will be able to, when this all unfolds, black men will be able to have a platform as they do already. And I think it's going to increase to say how to talk about how this, have affected them in one way or another. And basically, call it out, so to speak. They'll be able to call it out and talk about when this is all bad and men are thriving and women are really still down in the dumps complaining. Then the men will be able to speak on this and as to how black women try to dismiss them, dismantle them, and take them down for no apparent reason. That man mentioned progress. You don't want to progress with the black men, but you think you're going to go and progress with other men. And they know they're not. But they're trying everything they can. They're throwing everything and the kitchen sink in there to try to get these other non-melanated men to see them and see their worth and take them on and thinking that, if we bash our black men, and always the main ones talk about bashing black women, but nobody is saying to get rid of black women. Nobody wants to get rid of black women and take them down and eliminate them. Like what? That is, oh my God, that is beyond. Nobody is saying, y'all always want to say, y'all, you sit back and bash black women. No, y'all are talking about, you don't care if a black man is eliminated. You don't care. This goes back to, I think a lot of y'all was telling me about, there are channels where women are talking about men or bullet bags and all this kind of, like what? Like that is, baby, that's Classy. That's crazy. Man, y'all, I tell you, when I saw this, I was baffled. I just can't. This is I'll never forget it. It's crazy. It really is, y'all. It really is. It's mind-boggling to say the least, y'all. How can you come back from that? How can you even there's no supporting that. There's no excusing that. There's nothing you could do but just shake your head like, come on. But then be the main ones asking, so black men, what did we do that was so bad that for you to hate? They're certainly not going around saying that y'all need to be eliminated. I've never heard a black man say that. I've never heard black men say, y'all need to abort your babies because we don't want no more of y'all black women and we want to see y'all eliminated. I've never seen. This is why I said it. I said it before and I'll say it 1,000 times over. Black women are the problem. A lot of these black women are the problem. And they hate to acknowledge it. Lord, have mercy. And I always ask, and I'm always curious as to, do they have sons? Do y'all hate y'all sons? Do you hate your black sons? What are you teaching your black boys? What are you teaching them? Who's raising them besides you? Is their father in their lives? What type of, do you hate the father and you hate the son too? Are you just using them for a check or what? But you really don't care for them? Somebody mentioned earlier about how they talk to their sons. A good point. Do you not care for your sons? What? This is, I'm telling y'all, I was really shocked. I ain't gonna lie. I jumped on here. I said, let me get on here because I need to talk to y'all. I need to show y'all this if you haven't seen it. Because I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna lie. This kind of messed me up a little bit. I ain't gonna even lie to you. How New Yorkers say, I ain't gonna hold you. This shit had me like, damn, y'all are some conniving MFers. I'm just saying, like, what? How? Why? Damn. What makes you ask the question? Ask the question. What have black men done to y'all that's so bad to make y'all want them to be eliminated? You know, I don't understand. I mean, literally. Oh, if they could be eliminated, we'll be straight. No, you won't. But once again, I personally think they are pissed as hell. They're pissed that black men are moving in that black men don't give a shit no more. They're tired. I really think they're mad because black men are doing their own thing. They're not approaching them. They could care less what they're doing. Even though they're the ones who say they're going to decenter men. I think they were bluffing. That decentering men was something they were using to say to make y'all think that, to think y'all going to rush and run back to them. And then when y'all didn't rush and run back to them, now they pissed. They really done with us. Oh my God. So now we got to conjure. So that if you don't want us, well, you're not going to do good by yourself. That's what I'm getting. If you don't want us, well, we're not going to let y'all rest. The same way a lot of these women get pissed off when the men move on from them and move on and get another woman. Now they start messing with them with child support and doing everything to wreck their lives because you mad because he moved on from you. It's the same mentality. If you don't want to be with me, I'm not going to let you rest. I'm going to keep on doing and saying things to wreck your life because how dare you go off and be great without me? Because I'm a black woman. I'm black. And I'm a woman. And how dare you move on? Because I'm the greatest thing ever in their minds. How dare you move on and be happy without me? You can't fathom a world of black men living and thriving without you. So before we see the black man move on to other races of women or go overseas and find women and be happy, living their best lives without you, y'all gonna conjure up a way. Y'all run into the white man and tell him, what can we do about this? Since you guys set the standard, what that lady said, since y'all set the culture and y'all what can you do to reel them in? What you want them to do? What are you saying? Then the lady said, I can't say what I really want. What you really want to say is you want them out of here, which the other lady did say. You want them out of here because you can't stand to see them happy without you. Because you're miserable and sad and lonely and you don't know what to do with your life. And if you ain't controlling the black man, you want them out of here. That's what they're saying. If you can't control them and run them and talk to them crazy and they just sit there and take it, you rather them out of here. You don't want to see them happy. That's some shit right there. But I'm not surprised with that part because that's how a lot of women move. But I mean, baby, this is some shit. You think men's supposed to trust that? How could you go to sleep in a house with a woman who thinks like that? She probably try to off you in your sleep or try to poison you, do something. How would you trust that? Oh man. Y'all. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how they could come back from this. I don't know. Please hit the like button, y'all. Execute order 66. What's going on, Trey? Trey says, I say it all the time. A lot of husbands sleep next to the enemy every night. Trey, listen, I don't doubt you. Oh my God. Sleeping with the enemy. I don't, because child, just waiting for an opportunity to pounce. Oh Lord, how do you come back from this? How do you trust these women with this type of rhetoric? And I don't know where that came from. Was that I don't know where that was, at a forum or one of those, I don't know where that came, but I don't know if that was, I don't know where it came from, but that's crazy. Now, this is how you're talking. So you're trying to get together with some white men to try to eliminate black men? That's what it sounds like to me. How do you hold them accountable? My question would be, hold them accountable for what? What are you trying to hold them accountable for that they haven't already been held accountable for? If you got a baby with them, y'all easily go run the child support and lie on them and get child support, so you get that out of them. What else you want? You want to force them to be with you? What do you want? When y'all done said everything that you could say to separate yourselves from black men. You said you don't want them. They're dusties. They're bottom of the barrel. They're deadbeats. They don't take care of their kids. They're brokies. Y'all done said everything negative that you could about them, and you said you don't want them. So why don't y'all just move on? Why are y'all so still talking about them and still worried about them if you don't want them? So why are you still trying to find ways to shut them down from what? Because they don't want you? But you don't, if you don't want them, why are you concerned about that? What do they need to be held accountable for is my question. That's the part I don't understand, y'all. Get them in line, help them be accountable, eliminate them. Like, what is it that I don't understand. For what? If you had babies, I don't understand. I don't understand. And I think once again, it's a projection. It's a projection. You're projecting your own insecurities, your own fears onto these men. Y'all are at a loss now. Things aren't working too well for you. Y'all losing your jobs. Nobody is that y'all getting arrested left and right. You know, a brick lady is in jail, you know, which I did a video on that too. Stay tuned for that. I talked about it in a before, but I did a video on it. Brick lady in jail. She's being held accountable. See, y'all are starting to be held accountable, and see, you don't like it. So if you're being held accountable, you're projecting. So now they need to be held accountable because they've been coddled. Coddled how? I don't see. Do y'all think that black men have been coddled? Yes or no? Yes or no in the comments. Do you think that black men have been coddled? And if so, how? Because I don't see it. I'm sorry. I don't see it. Coddled and not held accountable for what? Because I don't see that either. I think they have been held accountable in ways that they shouldn't have been held accountable because a lot of the situations were not their fault. It was the fault of the other person and projected onto them because they're the targets. They're not, of course, they've always been held accountable. I don't see a time where they weren't held accountable. And even, held more accountable just off of a suspect or just, something they may not even have done, but just accused of. So how have black men in this country have not been held accountable? And how have they been coddled? How? But they would have to answer me that because I don't understand how. I don't see it. Andre Woods, thank you once again for the super chat, says, AKA, I feel, are you saying white women are the standards of beauty and I blame black men? The majority group of women those men date are actual standard of beauty. Those men date are the actual standard of beauty. I get what you're saying. Thank you, Andre. I appreciate you. I hope I read that right, but thank you, Andre. Project 0077. Thank you for the super chat. It says black women are wannabe bullies. They hate black men and want everyone else to hate us too. I agree with that. It's like the movie Mean Girls, LOL. Social media is the new burn book. This is divide and conquer in full effect. I agree with what you're saying. I agree. And thank you for the support. I appreciate you. I agree. It's like when we say, oh, black women keep women single. When you can't get your outcome or you miss that mark, now you want to give information to make those women follow you. You want everybody in your same position because you made the mistakes and you didn't learn from them, and now it's too late for you. You want everybody else to fall in that trap, so you won't feel bad all by your lonesome. You want everybody to be in that, so you can have somebody to compare. See, we all made the same mistakes. We all, you don't want to be there by yourself. So yeah. You mad and don't like how black men are moving. So right, you want everybody to, it's like thank you, Project 0077 for your super chat. I appreciate you. It's like when you don't like a particular woman with women, it's always chaotic and women are, compete against each other. So if you meet a girl that looks better than you and she's put together, you don't like her. You make up lies about her and convince everybody else not to like her because you don't like her and you feel insecure and you mad because you don't look as good as she does. It's the same thing. They've been doing this shit for the longest, but to see it done now, these are grown people projecting that onto men is just ridiculous. And I know they do it, but just to hear it, like to hear it, damn, in 2025, it's insane to me. It's insane to me. Frederick Howard, thank you for the super chat. Says a boyfriend is embarrassing now. What's next? A boyfriend is embarrassing now. What's next? Child. Thank you, Frederick. I appreciate you. This is crazy, y'all. So y'all know, nope. Black men have never been coddled. Never. I didn't think so. Black men are overly held. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying, Trey. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I see. Come on now. Where are they being coddled at? I don't see it. Bobby Funk says, Baby Funks, I'm sorry, says, hell nah. No. Lorenzo Redmond says no. Brick lady, and now they bag ladies. LOL. Right. Yeah. I mean, this is no, these dumb women have been a projection. No race of men have been held accountable more than black men. I know the hell that's right. This is what I'm saying. Like, no, this what's going on? How are you? Actually, the majority group that men date, actually the majority group that group of men date is the actual standard. Okay. Yeah, I've never seen black men coddle. Andre says, YouTube limit my words and won't let me say black. Is that it? Oh, okay. I didn't know that. That's what they do. But thank you, Andre. I appreciate you. Black men see who our real enemies are. He's referring to an article, and the title was "Having a Boyfriend is Embarrassing." Oh, okay. Thank you, because I didn't know. Having a boyfriend is embarrassing. That was the title of an article. Okay. I didn't know. Thank you. Was George Floyd coddled? Was Al Green coddled? No, I don't know. It's just crazy. It's crazy. Y'all, it's insanity. It's insanity. It really is, y'all. It's just I don't know. I don't know. And this is why, it's difficult when we talked about this too on this panel, about having hope. We were just talking about this not too long ago, hope, and that things are gonna do this and be better and all of that. It's difficult to have that, because when you hear and see stuff like this, it's like, damn, I'm thinking, well, they talking crazy. Let's get them to, let them know something, get them together, make them realize, that it's nonsense what they're saying. And, all black men are not bad. And just like we know all black women aren't bad, and we can come together and understand each other, have the conversation, learn something, learn from each other and build. Child, no, they want to, these people saying eliminate y'all. We don't really need you. We could do this all by ourselves. Like, I'm like, really? Y'all complain the most about everything. How difficult it is to do it by yourself, but now you can do it by, like, come on now. Once again, I really do believe that it's the fact that men are moving differently. Because y'all are not chasing, you're not saying, oh, we got to give all our checks to the black woman because the black woman is the queen and we need to do this and we need to support her no matter how crazy she is. We need, because men are woke and men are not talking that stupidity. They're not out here saying, let's support these women no matter what. They're mad. They see when they go out, ain't nobody hollering at them. They see these men don't like the way they look and act and dress, and they mad. So that's why you talking like that, because you just mad. You mad because men saying, we don't want y'all, bonnet crew, community. We don't want y'all overweight, y'all this, y'all that, y'all bashing them. But no, they don't want you, boo. And you mad. So now you're like, oh, just get rid of them. We don't care. That's the extreme levels that women would. This is why I say women are a bit more dangerous than men, in my opinion. I think they are, because they can say things and get away with it, and they mean it. I think, and this is why I said before, in my opinion, I think men are more loyal than women. I think men, if men commit to a woman or commit to something, they're going to follow through for the most part. I'm not saying every single man, but the majority of men are going to follow through with something that they choose. If you chose to marry a woman, you're going to pretty much, you married her because you have the mindset of that And this is just my opinion on how I think most men think. Y'all let me know if I'm wrong or not. I could be wrong, but this is my opinion on it from what I've seen. And maybe this is not all men, but from what I've seen, men to me are more loyal than women. If a man commits to marry you and he knows that he wants to marry you and he's committing to be there to the end, he's committing to do just that. No matter if it gets crazy, if he loves you and he's there, he's committed. He believes in his commitment and he believes the choice, and he's gonna try his best to honor his vows and his commitment to you, especially if that's what he wants. Most men don't wake up one day and say, "Oh, you know what? This marriage doesn't serve me anymore. She doesn't serve me anymore. I'm out." No, because he's dedicated to her and his family, his legacy, what he created. Most men are loyal. Even if she getting on his nerves, he's loyal. He's going to try to work it out and make it work, even if it's crazy. There are some marriages that look crazy on the outside to people, but they still there because they keep committed to it. This is why most women leave. Because I don't believe women are as loyal as they want you to believe. I think men are more loyal. Men will stay and be committed. And even women have to ask the question, if I treated you horribly, I was doing this, why didn't you leave? Why? Because he was committed. He doing what he said he was going to do. You, on the other hand, will fold and walk away from your commitment like it's nothing, like it doesn't matter to you because it doesn't serve you. You don't give a damn. You'll walk away. You don't care if it's you don't care if it's messing with the kids. You don't care if the kids are disturbed. You don't care if he's hurt. You don't give a damn. You don't have no loyalty. You'll walk away in a heartbeat and take everything that he got. You don't care. And then you'll take the kid away from him and mess up the relationship with him and his child because you don't care. And we see this happening. So I've seen it. So I know there are a lot of women who are not as loyal as they want you to believe. And they keep projecting, once again, all of that onto the men. Oh, the men know this and they're so bad. And so, no, these women are horrible. There's no loyalty. And y'all just so used to men putting up with y'all. So now men are saying, we're not putting up with y'all. We walking away. Now y'all pissed and you want to eliminate them? It's like, if I can't have you, no one can. Like that type of energy. Child, it's a hot mess. It's a hot mess. 70% of divorces are initiated by Black women, and Black women have a degree. Then it's 90%. So we ain't leaving. She is. Exactly. To a point. Now we see we got options. Right. Happy Tuesday to you, Future King. Thank you so much for being here. More like Black girl witchcraft. Oh my God. Because he actually took his vows seriously. Exactly. Yeah, a lot of these women don't take it. You know, they'll do it and until they don't want to do it. Everything is contingent upon their feelings and is justified. Well, if a Black woman feels like it doesn't serve her anymore, what's wrong with her making a different choice? What's wrong with her leaving? She has a right to she has a right to walk away from her family and break up her home. You know, create a broken home and make her kids distraught over the fact that their parents aren't together. Yeah, let's just break it up and it's all right. Because as a Black woman, I could raise my child by myself. They don't need a father. Because he was no good in the first place. He started off good and he switched up on me. So I had to get out of there. And I deserve everything I could get from him. Like, come on, y'all. Oh my God, it's some BS, y'all. And with all of this, you gotta take into account what these women are saying and doing. And look at the male perspective to say, as a woman, I'm looking at the male side of it saying, damn, I have sons. There's no way. It's like, what? And then be the first ones to be mad. Well, as soon as a man gets successful, that's when he goes to a white woman. Can you blame him? Can you blame him? How can you blame him? When this is how y'all talk about Black men, you want Black men to just sit back and be like them old stepsimps, some stepdaddy simps from the 80s and the 90s or 70s, 80s, 90s, whatever. You want men to still be like that, where y'all can go out and cheat on them, sleep around, come home, and he's still sitting there. Well, this is what I committed to. He more loyal than you. He more faithful than you. He gonna sit there and tolerate your BS because he actually cared about you. while you never cared about him, and you ran and did with everything that you wanted to do, and then do all of that and leave him, take his money, then turn around and ask him why he stayed. Or he was stupid for staying, because if he didn't like this and that, why did he stay? Because he actually got a heart and really cared about your stupid ass, and he really cared and was committed to you. But y'all say men aren't loyal and men are this and men are that, when in actuality, y'all are the horrible ones. Y'all are the ones that walk away. Y'all are the one that treat them men bad. Anytime a man treats you good, you treat him hard. You show him your true nature, because you don't know what to do with a good man. And that's been made clear. Y'all don't know what to do with a good man. You walk all over the good man, and then you go get with a pookie who don't give a shit about you, and then you try to be loyal to him. And then you become distraught when he don't give a shit about you. When you put in all your years with him, gave him a baby, you gave him a baby, you treated him good, you did everything for him, even though he was showing you he didn't give a shit about you, and you stayed for him. And then when he walked all over you, then now you're distraught, and every man is a deadbeat. And every man is horrible now. It's insane. It's insane, y'all. It really is. It really is. It really is. It's just sad, but hell, this is why I don't blame men for moving the way they're moving. I don't blame men for saying, you know what? I don't really want these hoes. You know what? I'm gonna hit it and quit it. I'm gonna give. She gonna give it to me. I'm gonna take it, and I'm now. How y'all say the post clarity thing? I get it. You know what? If she gonna give me some, I'm gonna talk to her. She cool. I hang around. Let me bust her down real quick, and then I don't want to have nothing to do with her. I see why men do that, because when you realize this ain't relationship material, this ain't even wife material, this ain't material for a relationship whatsoever. And maybe some men just don't even want it now because they realize these women are full of shit. So you can't blame men for moving the way they move, because look at what the women are saying. Y'all mess over good men, and you give your best to the ones that don't give a shit about you, and then complain about all men because you picking the wrong ones. A good man is, we know now, lame to y'all. A good man is he corny and lame, and you don't really want him. You don't really want him because he don't have no hood status. He ain't shot nobody before. You know what I'm saying? He ain't walking around with his pants hanging halfway off his ass, acting like a thug. He ain't come from the hood. He has some sense about him, had parents, possibly, or just is a good person with some morals and values. And y'all don't understand that because all y'all know is hood niggas. And then complain about that. I'm done. It's like, what in the world? Well, I don't understand it. Then always complaining about men. Black men don't commit to women. Black men don't marry. Yeah, but why would they, in this climate? Why would they even do it now? There are black men out here who marry. Majority of black men are married to black women, the ones that are married. So they will marry a black woman. They just want a good black woman. They don't want the ratchet piece of shit out here that's running around saying all men ain't ish. And y'all, for y'all that don't qualify for a good black man, you don't want him anyway. Shit, you don't want no what y'all call lame, corny man, which means a responsible man with a good job, who's not out in the streets acting a fool, who's responsible, a man that would marry you, a man that would love his kids and be a faithful husband. Y'all don't want that. Y'all want the worst of society, and then you want to complain that every man is that way. Just stop. The jig is up. People see you for what you are. And you still out here trying to perpetrate like you're something better than what you are, and you're not. Shit. Project 0077 says, even Cosmo magazine writers admitted feminism was a well-dressed lie created to make money, and black women still won't believe the naked truth. Right. The most educated, right? Still don't see what's right in front of them. It's insanity. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Baby Funk 1975 says, and after the pookies are done, it's hey, big head. Baby, ain't nobody listen to that big head bullshit. Like nobody, I wouldn't. I mean, I guess you would if, you just trying to smash. I'm pretty sure that's what y'all be saying. If you trying to smash, you might. Because that's all you want out of that. That's it. That's what they've reduced themselves to with their mentality, with the way they think. the way they act, all of this education, and it done blew their heads up. And now they think that they're everything since sliced bread, and now men ain't nothing, even though men are thriving by themselves and not checking for them. Now they pissed. Y'all can't even go. Clubs are shutting down. They're saying clubs are shutting down because only women are in there and nobody to buy them drinks. Ain't nobody in there to buy y'all drinks because other women ain't buying other women drinks. Y'all too broke for that. You depend on the men to come in and buy you drinks. You depend on the men to buy you everything. You depend on men to cater to you and do all this, and men aren't doing it. Not at least as much as they were, because they don't see y'all as worth it. So now y'all pissed. Oh, we got to get them back because they really acting a fool. Now they really smelling themselves. They really uppity. That lady on Pop the Balloon, that lady called that man, he too uppity. Uppity? Huh? Who uses uppity? Who says uppity anymore? That sounds like a racist term, uppity. That's what they call, well-to-do black men who had standards and know how to speak and could read. They were called uppity. Child, this is insane. Thank you for the super chat, Baby Funk. I appreciate you. Black women also have the same problems when they date white men as well. Common denominator. Exactly. 84% are married to black women. Black men are married more than black women. When a black man does get married, he typically marries a black woman. Facts. That's what it is. So I don't know what they're talking about. It's just a projection again. Then they spread that lies that black women have lower divorce rates with white men. LOL. Dudes be believing that too. Baby, if you could get a white man, the majority of men get no white men. Majority of white men are married to white women and date and marry white women too. So, I mean, there have been white men who have said they're not interested in no black woman, that they don't want them. Hell, there's a documentary back from Rolanda years ago where the white man said he loved his white wife. He don't want a black woman. They're not even interested in y'all like that. And that's what I'm saying. Y'all, ooh, they really mess with my head. They mess with my head is messed up with this one in a sense. I was like, what? Like, how could y'all do that? Why they be broke in the club? I ain't buying shit. Most of these most black women don't understand why they ain't married. Right, they should though. Most of these educated women can't even read or spell correctly. Oh God, y'all see those videos where they ask them to name 3 countries and name the 3 branches of government, and none of them could do. Well, a lot of people couldn't do it, but there's more. A lot of them didn't know what was 5 times 10. Like, come on, basic stuff. So yeah, they educated. All right. Let's see. Yeah, the CIA has done its work. Now it's on auto mode. Exactly. Their agenda is work. They don't need to do anything now. Black women are, standing in the gap. They like, oh yeah, let's continue this toward. But I don't think it's gonna work the same. I don't think. See, it's what to me, and y'all let me know if I'm wrong. I think that it's gonna work against them. It already is, because you can't control black men. You see what I'm saying? As long as women could control y'all, tell y'all what to do, how to think, how to act, make you believe a narrative, it was all good because y'all did what y'all thought. Not every man, but a lot of them did what they thought, and they only did it because they thought it was the right thing to do. Hey, this is my woman. Y'all are more trusting of women. You believe them that they were there for the right reasons until they weren't. Until they showed their true colors. And it makes sense, because you're loyal to a woman, you expect her to be loyal to you. You know that you care about it and you're there, you expect her to do the same. But a lot of times they don't. And their intentions are not the same. Women are, what y'all call them, chameleons. They'll play the game as long as they can. The minute they see an out, this is when they disappear. This is when they get, and it's no loyalty. They don't give a damn about how many children. If children are involved, they don't care. This is where you start hearing women saying, I don't have to stay in a relationship because I have kids with you. I could just go. Yeah, because you're only looking at yourself. You're not thinking about the kids or the well-being of those children and how this is going to affect them. Because remember, the relationship between woman and man or husband and wife is different from the relationship that y'all kids have with y'all. The children's relationship is a different dynamic because they're the child. So they look at mommy and daddy differently from the way mommy and daddy look at each other. If that makes sense, I'm hoping I'm making sense. The relationship between the mom and the dad is different from what the relationship the children have with the parents, because you're coming from a child's perspective. You're looking at parents totally differently because you're not in a relationship like the mom and dad. So the child's, it's a different, because that's your child. So you treat your child differently. You have unconditional love for your child. So the child is getting the best of both worlds with the two parents and they like seeing the parents together. But with you and the man, y'all got some issues or whatever, and one is secretly hating the other, and y'all going at it with each other. That's different because you're not arguing with your child. So children see it from a different perspective. And the child now is torn between the parents. They have to pick and choose who. And usually in these cases, the women are always the ones putting the child against the fathers, making the child think that the father is the problem, and making the child and turning the child against the fathers. Because that's what happened. You brainwash the child because you want him on your side, hating the father the way you do, when it wasn't that way. Those children love their fathers, love both of y'all. But then you get in their heads and make them think, now the child believe, oh, my father was beating my mother or treating her bad, now I hate him. And they grow up with a distant relationship with the father. And the father has to pick up those pieces because now he has to deal with the reality that his child hates him, and for no reason, because the mother then turned the child against him. This is what's been happening. And it's unfortunate because they don't care about the child. You rather put your child through all of this because you're mad at the man, and you want to hurt him through that child because you know he loves his child and he want to be there, but you got to turn the child against him to spite him. They've been doing this since I can remember. It's just sad though. This the shit that the women do. The men don't do that. The women do that. I mean, it's just crazy. White men marry white, Asian, and Hispanic at high rates. That certain women who talk that ish. And I don't know what all that is. I'm pretty sure that's Spanish, but I wish they could get their minds right. Me too. I wish they could too, but it's unfortunate. Andre says, but we laughing at them. This video does not make us sad or slow us down. They've been saying this. Manosphere is ending feminism and they can't take it. I get it. Right. Thank you, Andre. Once again, I appreciate you. Yeah, I just think they're mad. Like I said, they're mad and they don't like what's happening because it doesn't benefit them anymore. As long as men were listening to women and doing what they want and doing what they say, they was okay with it. They didn't have a problem. But now men are saying, nah, we're going to focus on ourselves. We're going to get our stuff together and we're going to live our lives and we're going to move. We're not going to deal with this because we don't have to. We don't have to take BS. We can actually move on and look somewhere else. If we want companionship or relationships or marriage, we can look somewhere else. We don't have to sit here and take this just because we're all Black. And I think that is the problem because they can't benefit. Once again, I told you, when just think about it. If somebody's been using you for years, right? If somebody's been taking advantage of you and benefiting off of you for years, right? Because you just were unaware and you didn't know. They quietly loving it. But the minute you realize, oh, snap, they've been taking advantage of me. They've been using me. They've been abusing me. I'm done with this. I don't want to do this. And you cut them off. Now they can no longer benefit from you. So when they can't benefit from you, what they do? They start trying to make you seem like the bad guy. He didn't see that because you pissed because you can no longer benefit. So that's where I believe that they are. You can no longer finesse men the way y'all were you were used to finessing them. You can't get away with it anymore. Men realize your nature, and so now they're saying, "Nah, I don't trust y'all. So I'm not gonna pay your rent. I'm not gonna give you money. I'm not just trusting you." They mad because you can't benefit. You can't get them to pay your bills. You can't get them to give you money. You can't get them to do all the stuff that you was accustomed to at one point. You got to figure out a way yourself. That's why they crashing out online about food stamps and EBT. You can't get your food stamp. Well, damn. If I can't get the man to pay for my nails, if I can't get the nail to buy my wigs, if I can't get the man to buy this and do that and pay for me and all this, now I ain't getting EBT? Well, goddamn, what's happening? I can't get no, now I got to take my money and buy my food with my own money. That's what they're saying. So that the money you taking to get your nails on, now you got to use that for food for your kids. Now you mad. It's insane, right? Thank you once again, Andre. I appreciate you. What's going on, Ali? How are you? How you been? How's the fam? Thank you for being here, Ali. I appreciate you. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Baby Funk, legislative, executive, and judicial. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that though, Baby Funk. I'm a PhD, exactly. What's 5 times 10? 21 used to. Y'all a mess. Trey says it's already working against them. Trump and daddy government turn their backs on black women. LOL. Well, yeah, I mean, see, that's what I'm saying. So when in doubt, when things are going bad, just blame black men. That's what they do. Just blame black men. They just blame them. Y'all not gonna be able to constantly get away with that. Because like I said, men are choosing to move away from y'all and y'all foolishness. So if men are choosing to move away from the foolishness, who else? You ain't gonna always be able to blame it on them. You're gonna have to figure it out yourself and get yourself together. And if y'all don't want to do that, then that's on you. You can't constantly blame black men for every damn thing. Goodness. Everything? You gotta take accountability for your own actions and yourself. Y'all said y'all didn't need them. So why are you still focused on them? Don't make no sense. That's all I'm saying. Not the manosphere. A lot of hypocrites in there. It's biblical prophecy coming to pass because you have Satanist men running the manosphere and all the pill groups along with Satanist women. Okay. I heard Tariq Nasheed say some black men are corny. It's funny, but it's sad at the same time. Baby Funk says 3 countries, Kenya, Cambodia, and China. Trey says not knowing 5th grade trivia is insane. I'm a PhD. Y'all crazy with that. I know what makes a black man corny. Yeah, it's just crazy, y'all. Black men with standards and self-respect is corny. Guess I'll be corny for life. Exactly. That's crazy. Yeah. If you have standards, you have morals and values, and you don't deal with them, you're corny. You know. But they only calling you corny is because you don't want to spend money on them. See, if you're a corny man, they'll play the game with you. They'll make you think you're the best thing ever, in my opinion. I've seen that happen too. You don't really like the man because this is what women talk about behind y'all backs. This was women, the Bonnet Crew sisterhood talk about. They get girl, I met this dude, he corny as F. Girl, I don't even like him. Girl, he wear these kind of shoes. Girl, he look a mess. Oh my God. But girl, he got money. He got money. He worked for, remember when it was popular, if you worked, what are the popular jobs that men worked at where women thought, oh, they got good money? Maybe IBM or I don't know, whatever jobs where they, if you got a good job or you make, oh girl, he got good money, girl. He worked or he in the military, that was another thing. They thought they could finesse military men, so they're like, oh girl, yeah, he got some money, girl. But he corny as F. I don't really like him. He looks stupid. He this, he that. This is the stuff they say. But you still talking to him. And then next thing, girl, I'm gonna ask him to pay my rent. I'm gonna see what he say. I'm gonna ask him for some money. That's what they did. They're just a test to see if you will be willing to do what they want. That's all. And they don't really be liking these men. I said it 1,000 times. They don't be liking these men. That's why they do that. They try to finesse you. If they don't like you, they're going to try to use you. If they like you, they ain't trying to use you. If they like you, oh, you don't got to do nothing. Just be who you are. And they're going to give you they're going to give you the booty. They're going to give you a baby. They're going to give you all of them. All what they think. Hell, they'll help you out. They'll make him a sandwich. If they like you and they're attracted to you, you don't have to do nothing. They'll ask you what kind of sandwich you want too. What you want something with that? What do you want? So that's how I say, look, if a woman likes you, You don't have to do all that. She's not going to require all this for you. If she don't like you, she's going to find another way to try to finesse you. Because if I don't like him, but he nice, you think he lame and corny, you think he may not be familiar with your tactics. So now you're going to start asking for a few dollars to see if he'll do it. What you do, start asking unrealistic things to see how far he will go. Because if you ask him for money the first time and he give it to you, now you got to up the ante. Okay. Oh, girl, he gave me that money. I'm going to see what I'm going to wait a couple of weeks. And then I'm going to ask him to do this. I'm going to see if he'll, if he'll wash my car. I'll see if he'll take me, to grocery shopping and pay for it. Let me see how far this can go. This is what they do. This is the test that they do. And if you're willing to do all that, she knows she got you in the bag. She know you stupid. She know you stupid then. I ain't trying to be mean about it, but that's how women think. That's how they've been thinking. If they like you, you don't have to do all that. If they don't like you, she going to ask you for everything unrealistic. She going to want everything she can get out of you. That's just how a lot of these women, this is how women move. That's the nature of women. A woman that's into you and like you, she's not going to want to finesse you or take advantage of you because she likes you too much. So just know, if she's asking for you all these unrealistic things and wants you to go out of your way for all this, she don't like you. Bottom line. Nothing else to say. Period. End the sentence. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. Oh, good to hear, Ali. They thank you. Thank you. And you have some beautiful babies too. I saw the picture of your babies. Handsome boys. Wait, Ali, I forgot if you had I saw the babies. They were cute. That's all I know. Cute babies. Beautiful family. Yeah, it's just crazy though, y'all. Andre, thank you for the super chat. Says, I hope you trying to say white men see divesting as DEI and great replacement. White men's response. Fire black women from university, government, workforce, and government assistance. Right. But black women don't see that though. They will. That's why they be shocked. Like, what? Oh my God, I'm fired. I've done so well. I was just promoted. Now they're firing me. Why is that? Oh my God. I bet a black man is somewhere behind the scenes. No, you stupid. Thank you, Andre. I appreciate you. It's just insanity. Philip Carter, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you, Philip. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I appreciate it. It's crazy. Crazy. Black women are constantly crashing out online. So no surprise we out. That's crazy. Crazy. Jamil says women can only blame themselves because of how blatantly they talked about finessing men on social media. Exactly. They expose themselves. I said that too. It's like, y'all so smart, you're dumb. Why you talk too much? This is why I say, look, and I'm a woman. And sometimes I talk too much too. See, I can acknowledge it. You know what I'm saying? I know I could talk too much. Okay. I'm not oblivious to my nature. You know what I mean? I could talk to, and I'm a quiet person in real life. I'm quiet. If I'm on the scene somewhere, I don't talk because when I don't know you, I'm quiet, and a little on the shy side. So I'm not gonna just, I'm not the life of the party. I could be funny now. Once I get to know you, yeah, we can make jokes. We can have a good time. But I'm just saying, I'm not gonna be just loud, and that's not me. That's just not me personally. I don't have a problem with people who are loud. That's who you are. That's who you are. Love yourself. Be you. I'm just saying I'm really quiet. Like if you see me, I'm quiet. I'm not, if I don't know you, I will smile and speak and say hi, but I'm really not loud. I'm really not, all like, I'm really quiet. Like, you know what I'm saying? And now I can hold a conversation, especially if I know you, I'm out somewhere. Yes. But if I don't know you, I'm quiet. I don't, I'm not a loud, boisterous person. I'm just not. Never have been. But I don't know how I got to that, but I do agree that a lot of women talk to, but I can't talk a lot amongst people that I do know. You know what I'm saying? Once I'm comfortable with you, oh yeah, I'm talking. We can laugh, talk, and I'm gonna talk a lot. Sometimes I'm very opinionated, and it's partly why I have this channel, because once again, my husband, kind of promoted me to say, hey, go talk your ish. You got opinions. You let your opinions be heard. He actually motivated me to do this, because I was like, nah, I don't want to talk to people. I don't really want to have nothing to say, because people are funny and people, you're going to get backlash and all that. I was worried about that. I'm like, he was like, nah, don't worry about that. You got an opinion, give your opinion. That's what it is. You could give your opinion. You're very opinionated. You telling it to me. So go ahead, get out my ear, basically, is what how I took it, which, go ahead and talk, say what you want to say. He supported me in that. So that's why I'm here, because I didn't want to do this, because I know people are crazy. But fast forward now, on here I'll give my opinion, but in real life, like, nah, I'm not a super talkative person. I'm pretty relatively quiet. If I know you, yeah, but even still, I'm not very loud. I've never been very meek. Don't say too much. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're asking me a question or we having a conversation. So yeah, but a lot of women on here, they talk too much. You talk and you expose your nature. And now that it's been exposed, you can't undo it. You can't undo it. It's out there. So men realizing this, that sparked, to me, the beginning of how men start, men, there's a lot of things that kind of spark that within the manosphere and the red pill and all of that, the MGTOW and the MGTOW, or however you say that, all of that, men talking about their experiences with women and how they've been messed over by women. And now they're changing, which I think in some cases, some of these men have really turned it around. And some of these men hate women now. I ain't gonna lie. There's some of them who just, because of their experiences with women. And I see that a lot in the white realm. A lot of those men are like, man, they can't stand these women because of how they were treated. So, and they don't trust them and all that. Some of them men go crazy. So, but there's reasoning behind it. They didn't just jump up one day and say, oh my God, I can't stand women. No, they had reasoning behind it. You know what I'm saying? The reasoning, to me, partially why so many men now are moving the way they're moving, because of the nature of women and their experiences. It just didn't come out the thin blue sky. This is why I say women act like men are just doing this out the blue, but no, this is a response to y'all. This is not men just saying, oh my God, we looking elsewhere for women because these women are good. No, it's because of what y'all have put out there, their experiences with you. It's a response to something. It's not just, oh, they just got up and felt like this one day, because that's not how men move. Women move off their feelings and emotions for the most part. I'm not saying men don't have feelings and emotions, because I think y'all do. We all do. But y'all react differently to them. Women are the ones who make create an action off of their feelings and their emotions, even if it's not beneficial. So yeah, thank you, Jamil. Once again, I appreciate you. Rob P says, D, they're gonna call you a pick-me. They're gonna call you're a pick-me homegirl. Baby, they already call me a pick-me. I say thank you, because I'm already picked, honey. Because most people I said this before, the women who call other women pick-me, which is so stupid and childish in my opinion. We talking about grown women, right? Y'all educated, and y'all calling other women pick-me. And more than likely, the one you calling a pick-me has already been picked. And the reason you calling her a pick-me is because you can't get picked. And you mad about it. You salty. So more power to you and blessings to you. Hopefully one day you get picked. You know what I'm saying? That's how I respond, Rob. Hopefully one day, honey, you get picked. It's a blessing if the right one picks you. I'm just saying. But you wouldn't know nothing about that. I know, because you've been hoeing out here for years. And now you want a man to take you seriously. That's on you, boo-boo. I'm so sorry to hear that. That's how I respond to it. I know your feelings are hurt, and I know you're feeling bad and salty that no man wants to take you seriously. And all you have been was just a pass around. How Danica, shout out to Danica Marie, says, oh, the pass was what she called them, the pass me. You ain't a pick me. Oh, I'm sorry, you a pass me. Oh my God, you 40 years old, you ain't never had a man that love you properly. I'm so sorry. I feel so bad for you, boo-boo. Hopefully one day you can get a man to take you seriously and buy you a purse or some shoes, and think highly of you to want to buy you any goddamn thing, seeing as these men realize that y'all trying to finesse them and they're moving in a different direction. They don't want to buy you a piece of bubble gum. I'm sorry. And a lot of y'all ain't never had a man to buy y'all a piece of bubble gum or anything. That's how I address it, because I know they're just hurting. And God bless them. You just hurting and you feeling bad. Who said something about Popeye's chicken? Damn, I wish I could get some Popeye. I can't even eat that. Somebody said something about Popeye's chicken. Where was that? Yeah, they won't even buy you a 2-piece, honey. Nothing. And you mad. That ain't my fault. I feel sorry for you. I'm going to pray for you. That you find a man who will at least buy you a 2-piece, honey. Oh, my God. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate you. Project 0077 says, respect DeeDee, love the hairstyle. Thank you. I appreciate you. It look a hot mess to me. It's messed up, child, but thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. For Black women, I only got $50. Oh, Lord. Oh, my God. Y'all a mess. A mess. Daryl, what's going on, Daryl? Thank you for the super chat. Says 1 million abortions in 2024. Damn, who's abusive? That's crazy. That's crazy, Daryl. How are you, Daryl? Hope all is well with you. Thank you so much for being here. Frank G. Life, what's going on? Say, keep doing your thing, DeeDee. Thank you. Hispanic women don't judge men based on their edge up. They betrayed us first, right? Absolutely, right. Damn straight. Most of these women, modern women don't, most of these modern women no good 304s, child. Right. Yeah. And you want a man to take you seriously, child? You come on now. Get it together. The sad part is you're picked, but the cognitive dissonance do allow them to put the cognitive dissonance do allow them to put 2 and 2 together. Nah, I was just saying to myself, her hair looks amazing. Thank you, Jay Tillman. I appreciate you. Successful MD, what's going on? Says they need free tickets to 5th at the Nut House, child. Right. I told you they batshit crazy. I've been said that a long time ago. Thank you, Successful MD. Alfred Cohen's 880 says, my girl D, salute. Keep kicking flavor in their ear. Thank you. I appreciate you, Alfred. Thank you so much for the support and for being here. Never seen an attractive Black woman hate Black men. Wow. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? And then I do think too, it do be a lot of the ones that look like, I don't know what to say. The ones that aren't as attractive be the ones that be so mad. You know, it ain't a Black man's fault that your mama and the person that had you got together and made you look like that. That's not a Black man's fault. Don't get mad at them because you came out looking like that and you don't like it. And then that most men don't like you. If men don't like you or they're not attracted to you, that's not every man's fault. You know, and then the man that would be attracted, that might want to give you some time, you don't like him because you don't think he's attractive. It ain't nobody else's fault that you don't have very many options because of how you look. They don't have nothing to do with that. Men gonna like what they like, just like you gonna like what you like. And it's unfortunate that there are a lot of women who don't like themselves, and they're once again projecting that onto men and saying men hate you and hate all that they know. You hate yourself. If you hate yourself, you can't expect everybody else to just love you. You know, it just don't work like that. But it is what it is. I mean, don't get mad, like I said, because you look the way you look. That ain't their fault. Go talk to your mama and talk to your daddy. Yeah. Rack 9, thank you for the super chat. Says, what's up, DeeDee? It's been a minute since I caught a live. Keep doing your thing. Thank you. I appreciate you. I remember you. Thank you so much for being here and supporting again. Shout out to you. The brainwashing is complete. This is slander and oppression. Black is an omen, have no power, and you can tell because Black women are Black Americans punching bag. No, I think the men are. I think men are the easy ones to be the punching bags and have been for years. Women have been allowed to say what they want to say, no matter if it's disrespectful, no matter if it's damaging, no matter if it's incorrect, no matter what it is. They've been able to say what they feel, what they believe, what they think, and they get support. When men open their mouth and say something, oh my God, get rid of the microphones. They shouldn't have a voice. They shouldn't be allowed to say anything. You know, it's so much for having equality. No, it's only equality when it benefits women. When men, if something benefits a man, now they want to strip it away. No, women have been able to say and do whatever it is they want to, but now that men are being able to have a voice and say what they want to say, now they don't like it. Oh, take away their microphones. Oh, eliminate them, take them down. Like, really? This is why I say women don't want equality. They want control. You want to be able to control the narrative, control men, control everything. And when you can't, you spazzing out, crashing out because you're entitled to something. You think you're entitled to something that you're not. This is why you can go to other countries and think that you can do whatever you want. And then when you end up in jail, oh, it's not fair. What you mean it's not fair? Their rules, their customs. You think that you're above somebody else's rules and customs, that you can do whatever you want because you've been getting the only reason people think like that is because they've been able to get away with it. And the one time you're told no, and you can't get away with it, oh, it's everybody else's fault. Oh, the men are getting besides themselves because they're happy that now we're being held accountable and we can't just do it and say what we want. The entitlements are real, and the entitlements among women because they've, it's interesting to hear women say, "Oh, men have been coddled." Well, no, they have not. It's y'all that have been coddled, and not been held accountable. This is why you feel entitled. This is, if you have children, I have children. And you're raising children. And if you let your child just get away with anything and do it, they do something once and you don't correct them and you don't stop them, they're going to look around and say, oh, nothing happened. Kids aren't stupid. They look around and say, oh, if I put this marker on the wall and mommy walk right past me and don't say anything, or daddy walks right past me and don't say anything, oh, they didn't tell me to stop. Because kids aren't stupid. They know if they're doing something wrong. I've watched it. I've raised children. So I get how children are. But if a child does something and they realize ain't nobody say nothing, then this must be okay. I can do it. I got away with it. Okay, so I'm going to walk away because I thought I was, they thought something was going to happen and nothing happened, right? So they're going, what you think they're going to do then after that? They're going to do it again. Oh, because they think it's free game. Oh, I could go and do it again. Nobody gonna say nothing. You do it again. Nobody says nothing. So when you can keep getting away with something, you won't keep doing it. But if you go and color on that wall and mommy or daddy says, because my babies were small, like, when they like 1 and 2, don't do that. That's not nice. That's how I talk to my babies when they were little. They understand. They stop and they look. Because even at 1 year old, they understand. They have a sense of understanding. They don't. Of course, they're one, but they're not foolish. They got a brain in their heads. You say they know the tone of my voice. They know what I'm saying. They're looking at it. They're looking at what they're doing, and they listen to me. No. That's a no. Don't do that. They stop and they look and they realize, oh, okay, that's something I can't do. So even if as humans they attempt to do it again, they'll know, oh, you keep saying no, till they stop. They don't do it because they know that's something they should not do. If they get a tap on the hand, they know that's a no. You can't do that. And you do that when they're young, starting like a year old. When they start walking and they're getting around, you can start telling them right from wrong. No. Even younger than that. So by the time they're older, 5 and 6, they know better. They know the rules now. This is why I say we could take our kids anywhere when they were little. And you know how kids don't keep still? Because we started young. And I'm glad we did. That way we could take them anywhere. They sit, you sit down, they know not to move because they've been taught that way. Don't you move, don't you touch a thing. Don't you move, don't you touch a thing. Unless I tell you to do something or somebody is talking to you and they sit there. People have always complimented us on how well behaved our kids. Why? First off, they're Black kids. So you think Black kids don't have no home training because you've probably seen that. But no, that's not all Black kids. No, they know how to behave because we taught them how. It didn't just come out the thin blue sky. No, we taught them how. And they understood, look, mommy and daddy say, sit down, don't move. So even my older daughter would tell the young ones, be quiet. We would go to church because we, believe it or not, we did go to church at one point when our kids were younger. We go to church. My oldest would tell, and she was like 5 or 6 at the time. She would tell the other ones, be quiet. Stop that before I tell mommy and daddy. You know what I'm saying? So they knew it. We instilled it in them young. So they understood So that's why parents are important, and you have to be able to teach your kids young. You teach them right from wrong. You don't let them just do whatever. So fast forward to them becoming adults. They have had no training, no guidance, no nothing. Not anything goes. So now they're entitled because they believe they've been doing that for years. So they've been getting away with whatever they wanted to do for years, and nobody has ever corrected them, checked them, whatever. So they really believe that they're entitled to do this. I get it, but as adults, in a world where there are rules that you must follow, and you just can't do anything, that's not going to always fly. But that's when you're coddled, when there's no consequence, when there's no guidance. First off, there's no direction, there's no consequences. You're just allowed to just do and be whatever you want, and you want everybody to accept it, but that's not going to be acceptable amongst everybody, because there are people who have had training, who have been, raised and have had guidance, and they know how to behave. So people who have been raised and taught these things are not going to deal with unruly people who have not been taught, but you're entitled to think that it's okay to behave a certain way. This is why you have a bunch of these women out here screaming at the police, yelling back and forth. You don't respect authority because you've been coddled, and you've never had no guidance to teach you how to behave, how to respect authority, how to say yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir, and be quiet and listen. They didn't have no home training, baby. That starts at home. You have no home training. That starts at home. So if you don't get that at home, then that's on you. But everybody don't accept that type of stuff. So you become coddled, and you become entitled because you think that it's okay to be unruly, loud, aggressive, disrespectful. You see that as your entitlement, that, hey, I've been doing this just so I could do this. And when they yank your ass and throw you on the ground, and now you're crying, and now you're the victim. Now you're the victim. You a victim. But that don't fly with everybody. What's going on, the 18 letter? Thank you for the super chat. Says, I heard a Clubhouse stream where Black women was asking white supremacists to eradicate Black men. It was truly sickening to hear. Exactly. It's sad. And that's why I just heard something similar. It's sad. This is what it's come to. But, I think y'all will be just fine. But I just think that this furthers the divide between Black women and men. Men don't trust women. Y'all don't trust them. Rightfully so, because how could you? It's crazy. And I just think that if you're 38, 40 years old now as a Black woman and you don't have a man, you probably won't, for real. It probably more of you that won't than the ones that will. Thank you, the 18 letter. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Good seeing you. Long time no see. Yeah, this is crazy. Let's see. What's going on, World Class 9? How are you? Because I pay for it, I don't have to lie to myself. Arrested Development. Y'all were good parents, DeeDee. Thank you. Look at the channels that don't hate Black men, the women beautiful and fit. Now look at the ones that hate Black men. They won't even show their face. They're overweight, old and bitter, etc. Exactly. Being bitter makes you age horribly. Being bitter and mad makes you look like you've been sucking on lemons all goddamn day. Face just turned up. Looking like you've been eating sour lemons all day. Face turned up, mad. You look miserable and distraught. Your face, just mad. You don't have they can't smile. You don't have not a one pleasantry about yourself. You don't even know how to, somebody talking to you, you're looking like you've been, like I'm saying, sucking on lemons all day. Your face turned up like something sour. You don't know how to smile. You don't know how to be happy. You don't know how to, you know what I'm saying? They just be bitter and mad. You know what I mean? Like your whole life is ruined. Just saying. Yeah, they be looking real pissed. And that's what I say too. That makes you age even more. You mad all the time. You bitter. You angry because you're spewing a lot of hate. Parenting is the most important topic and skill these days. It is. My introduction is to tell a woman that I want her to be one of my girlfriends. Okay. A hard head makes a soft behind. Right. Oh Lord, they've existed, not raised. Uh, uh, in escaping. What I don't know. I can't get that. Spare the rod, spoil the child. Exactly. What's going on, Blue Exodus? We have one when you can. Why have one when you can pay for 20? Shaking my head. I can't stand loud women who want attention from crowd in the streets. Where the sisterhood since Rhoda in jail? But baby hiding and ducking. They ain't trying to hear that because it was like, oh, they ran to her defense. And I got that video coming out too, I think later today. Make sure you guys watch that video and like it and share it. Please like and share the videos, y'all. Yeah, they ghost. They don't want to talk about it because y'all jumped to that lady's defense and then know she was lying. Hannibal Africana says black women don't like lames because they disprove their false narrative of black men. Exactly. Black women is like the chick who like being checked but won't admit it. Right. Right. I think you have a point there. Yeah, they don't want to, yeah, because but also too, yeah, the false narrative. That's why they only focus on, oh, just make a narrative like it's all black men that are deadbeats and don't take care of their kids, and that's not true. There are a lot of men, even if you're not in a relationship with the woman that you created a child with, you still take care of your child because that's your responsibility. And a lot of men take care of their kids. They're just mad because they picked the wrong one, and that's it. But what I was about to say too, a lot of the men that they call lames are men who are responsible, have their stuff together, and they can't talk bad about them. So all you can do is call them lame, but they have good jobs. They have morals, values. They're not focused on rappers and celebrities. They're out here making their money and they're doing well for themselves. They're not into all this expensive BS that they out here. They're not trying to spend all their money. That's why they call them lames, because you want a fool to spend all this money on you. A lot of these men are very particular about what they spend their money on. They're trying to build something for their families in the future. And a lot of these women don't want to do that. They want a dummy. They want a dummy simp. That's what they want. And when you're not that, then, oh, he lame, or he this, he boring, he this and that. Yeah, come on. I have their number. I know what they're about. Thank you for the super chat, Hannibal. Daphne did an excellent job in testifying. She did. And Daphne did a great job all over because if she wouldn't have done that, who knows? This woman probably would still be on the streets lying. Shout out to Daphne. This is an agenda of the government. No other race has the issues and problems like the black community. As a suburban black man, I will tell you what's considered lame in the black community isn't lame elsewhere. Exactly. But the funny thing, when these black women want to divest, they look like they be getting what they would consider a lame white man. I don't even like using the word lame because I just think it's lame to use the word lame referring to a man. Because I know what it is. That means you're not attracted to him. That's what I'm saying. That's the same way. It's the same way women like to claim that a man is stalking them or, coming behind them when she don't like him. He's creepy when you don't like him. But when you like him, he can do whatever. It's not creepy when he like you. If you like his vibe and you attract him, he walk up on you and touch you, you gonna like it. He's not creepy. But if a man just trying to talk to you and want to say hello, but if you don't like him, then he's creepy to you. So that's what it is. This is why men are like, look, I don't know. This is why I think women should approach. You should approach the man that you like to see if he think you creepy or not. How about that? You approach. You approach. That way, at least the man will know, oh, she must be interested in me because she approaching. So they'll know. And you can avoid this creepy behavior. How about that? I had the village. Bitter black women have no idea. They also consider modest black women as lames. A hot mess. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna wrap this up. I got to get out of here. I just wanted to make sure I had to bring this to y'all because it was just boggling my soul. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, I know you lying. This is crazy, but listen, y'all will be all right. We'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? Choose wisely, move accordingly, and that's it. And I think men are doing that. But y'all are minding y'all business and and hydrating and going to the gym and going to work and enjoying your life. And these women are bitter and angry. So they're gonna always be bitter and angry because y'all not choosing them. You're not willing to wreck your life up. You're not willing to risk your livelihood and your peacefulness. And I know there are a lot of men out here who want families and all of that, and the majority of them who want that, they have it. But for the ones who don't, I understand you wanting families and all that, but I'm saying, like, choose wisely. Be very mindful of the person that you're trying to court or date or whatever. Be aware of the red flags. Don't let the beauty and the booty fool you or blind you. Look past that. Look at what's real. Look at who she is. Get to know her. Don't rush into nothing. If she talking about paying your bills on the first, as cute and fine as she might be, leave her alone, because that's going to be a headache for you, unless you want a headache. If you want to deal with the headaches, that's on you. I can't control you. But what I'm saying is be mindful of who you're dealing with, because these women are crazy as hell. They're crazy as hell. Lorenzo, yes, I'll do it. And be also mindful of the women who say, I need a man who's going to take me shopping. I can't even do it right. Be mindful of the woman who says, I need a man who's going to take me shopping. And understand who and what I am, and not be intimidated by who and what I am. Be mindful and aware of them type. Do not fall for the okie doke. When she says, I need you to take me shopping, but they're independent, right? And they can take themselves shopping, but they don't want to take themselves shopping because they don't want to spend their money. They want to spend yours. Remember, her money is hers and yours is hers too. They're not trying to cooperate. They're not trying to work with you. They're not trying to spend no money on you. They just want you to spend money on them. That's a red flag, fellas. Don't fall for the BS. I'm about to say the bullshit. Don't fall for it. If she says, can you take me shopping? You tell her, no. Like,
no. Tell her, no, I can't take you shopping. I don't want to know who and what you are. I don't give a damn. You ain't get my money, okay? I'm not taking you shopping, and I don't give a damn who and what you are. That's what you tell them.
That's what you tell them. Don't fall for it. Keep it moving. And damn, if she's 60 years old, I don't think... If she's 60 years old, I don't think you're interested anyway. Don't let no 60-year-old try to finesse you talking about, I need you to take me shopping. No, baby, you've been working for decades. You could take yourself shopping. And if you don't want to take yourself shopping, baby, that's on you. That's on you. And I don't think I don't think nobody trying to check for no Vivica Fox. I said that before. Look at her. Y'all seen them clothes she's selling? Baby, she out here selling these HSN clothes that look a hot mess. I'm just saying. I don't know what happened. I was a fan of Vivica Fox, her acting and her work. I like Vivica Fox back in the day, but she just, I don't know. They're just delusional. She's selling them old looking clothes on HSN, baby. Old lady clothes at this point. Child, I said, oh, hell no. Nobody don't want that. And you can take yourself shopping. If you can't take yourself shopping, baby, I'm certainly not. So there we go. Ain't nobody taking y'all shopping. You take yourself shopping. Proverbs 6:25 KJV, King James Version. I know that lust not after her beauty in thine heart, neither let her take thee with her eyelids. Stay woke, fellas. Exactly. Yeah, don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by the beauty and the booty, because that's how they get you. Sometimes when women are attractive, y'all be slipping a little bit, and I get it. You come across an attractive woman and she seemed like she might be interested in you. Y'all losing a little bit. Don't jump in too fast though, because it might not be what you think. Thank you, Project 0077. I appreciate you. Spend nothing but time, and even that limited. Right. Exactly. So I'm gonna wrap this up, y'all. I've been on here longer than I thought, but I wanted to get this out here. I appreciate you guys for coming through. I appreciate y'all for listening. I appreciate y'all for sharing your perspective. Keep your head up. Listen, y'all, I ain't got to tell y'all know y'all worth. Every black man is not out here a deadbeat and a bum and don't handle his responsibility. We know that. And I know that. And I'm going to keep celebrating the ones who are out here doing the right things and are good men, because there are good men out there, you know. And and some of us are raising good men. So there'll be good men for the future, but I don't know what type of good women going to be out there. But we're raising good men, stable young men who want to be husbands and fathers one day. So, hopefully there's some women who are out here raising young ladies who with respect, so that our sons will have, stable young women to marry and build families with. Because what we see out here now is just a horrific hot mess. But y'all keep y'all head up. I think y'all are doing well. I know we got a lot of good men in this chat on this who are subscribed to this channel. I know a lot of y'all are good men, and that's just what it is. And we're going to celebrate the good men and we'll keep rocking with them. And we're not going to put everybody in one category and just deem them all horrible and bad, because we know that is not the truth. Okay? So that's how I'm going to end this. Y'all be safe. Y'all take care. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody in the building. I appreciate y'all for joining me on this Tuesday. Baby, I didn't know who was going to be on here, but really, I didn't care, because I'm like, I needed to talk about this because this just threw me. I ain't going to lie. That video threw me off, and I wanted to share it. It's going to be in a video, so make sure you guys watch the video when it come out as well, and support that video. Make sure you are watching it. Please, y'all, watch the videos, share the video. I don't care. React to the videos, share them, all that good stuff that helps the channel to grow, y'all. Hit the like button on your way out. That helps to push the video in the algorithm, y'all. So make sure you're liking, sharing, all that good stuff, commenting. All of that helps the channel to grow. Also, shout out to everybody who gave super chats or cash apps. I appreciate y'all for doing that, because y'all don't have to, but y'all do support the channel in that way, and I appreciate you for it. I think every little bit counts, and I appreciate everyone who supports in any way that they can. I definitely appreciate you guys so much. You have no idea. So thank y'all. I appreciate y'all for being here, for supporting, and just continue to rock with me, y'all. I'm trying. I be trying to push these videos out, but sometimes it gets hard. Y'all know I got a whole family. It gets a little, tiresome sometimes, because I have a family and I have other things I'm obligated to do, but I try to do my best. And I think I do a damn good job with putting content out, because I try to put content out daily. But sometimes, this is what I say for you guys who follow me. Y'all probably already know, when you see videos where I'm not on camera, that's because either I was able to put something together, and my daughter edits my videos. So she edits, and that way it's easier to try to, just to come on and give a voiceover, because it's easier if I'm busy doing something else, or sometimes I'm, braiding my daughter's hair, or I'm combing my son's hair, or I'm cooking, or I'm doing something. But I want to make sure I get content out. So when you see the voiceovers, please continue to support those as well. It's funny, because that's how I started. I didn't start out on camera. Y'all know the OG watchers know I started reacting to Kevin Samuel's videos. I was never on camera. Also because I was busy as well. But I try to keep some type of content up. So that's why I do that. But I appreciate y'all, because y'all watch those as well. But make sure you continue to watch, share the videos, all that, push them in the algorithm. Once again, for people who react to videos, if you want to react to my content, feel free to react to it. I have no problem with that whatsoever. React, share, all that good stuff. It's okay. I'm cool with that. But thank y'all once again for the support. I appreciate y'all. Keep rocking with me, and I'll keep rocking with y'all. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank y'all once again. I appreciate the love. Continue to support you guys, and I will see y'all in the next one. Mwah. Later.